Okay, homework 12.2 and 12.4. 12.2 says if the tangent of theta is 3, then what's the tangent of theta cubed? That's what this means. That means it's this, tangent of theta to the third power. So if the tangent of theta is 3, we just substitute that in, so I get 3 to the third power. 3 to the third power isn't 9, that's 3 squared. This is 3 times 3 times 3 times itself 3 times, which would be 27. So that's the answer to that one. This one just is a distance formula problem. In this case, they're giving you the answer to the distance formula problem. Normally, we give 2 points and then you find this. This is just working backwards. So it's really not that hard. It's just maybe hard to realize that's what's going on. So we're just trying to find this value. This is x1, well, x1 or x2. In this case, we can call it x1. So that's a comma. This is x1. So remember, this is x2, x1, y2, y1. So we're just going to plug it into the formula here. So x2, and it wouldn't matter which of these you did. It doesn't matter which way we organize this. So we'll call, this will be our point 2, and this will be our point 1. So this is x2 minus x1, which we're just calling x, right? We're just copying that down there. And y2 is 5, and y1 is 2. Okay, but we already know what this all equals. It has to equal 10. Yes, right? Yeah, of course. Now, before we do anything, do you notice this is a square root and that's a square root? Aha. Can we just square both sides? These are both always positive, so we can just square both sides and remove the square roots. So let's just do this. 5 minus 2 is 3. So this is 3 squared equals 10. I just squared both sides. That's all I did. Okay, we can keep going here. This is 9 equals 10. I can subtract 9 from both sides. And so now I get this. Okay, 4 minus x squared equals 1. Now we could do the binomial on this, but wait. This is pretty easy because we have this simple number over here. Can't I take the square root of both sides? You say. And I say to you, why, yes, you can. You can take the square root of both sides. But remember what we talked before about is that when you take the square root of something, when you do that, you end up with the potential for 2 answers, right? And let me just remind you. Remember I said, oh, hey guys, if a squared is 9, then what's a? And everybody wants to say 3, which is true, but isn't also negative 3 true as well? Because that, when you plug those back in, they both turn out the same. So notice we have a plus and a minus version of the answer. So when we come over here to take the square root of both sides, I end up with 4 minus x on this side, but on this side, I've got plus and minus 1. All right, so I have to solve this for both. So if you remember from algebra, when you have plus minus, this actually creates 2 separate problems we're going to solve. So we're going to solve one for the plus side and one for the minus side. I just split it in half. So over here, subtract 4 from both sides, and I get negative 3. Switch the signs, I get 3. Over here, same thing, subtract 4 from both sides. Only in this case, I get negative 1 minus 4, which is negative 5, and so then 5. So we have 2 answers, potentially here, that will work. So I think the problem said to write them as a list with commas. So you would put 3, 5 would be the correct answer.